I'm Dr. Caroline Musselwhite. My topic today is called Reading Aloud Beyond Fun. And the idea of this talk is that reading aloud can be a really wonderfully fun, interactive activity for students, but it can also have some amazing results in learning skills that lead to real reading and writing opportunities. And so that's what we're going to focus on. You'll have a handout that you can look at, so just sit back and enjoy and watch the video. Shared reading is a title that is often given for this type of activity, that I as a teacher am sharing my love of reading and showing some of the features about reading that can support my students. And there are four kind of main categories, but before we get into those, I'd like you to just see a little bit about the features of books that we might want to choose. So, did you know that good teachers read at least 12 books a day, or different texts? It might be poems, it might be a chart for cooking, it might be directions for an art activity, but good teachers read from a variety of different texts every day. Did you know that children from literate homes have heard their favorite stories 200 to 400 times? So think back, those of you who are parents, how many times did you have to read Goodnight Moon or Forest Hotel or Brown Bear, Brown Bear? And if you're honest, you'll remember that you read it over and over and over. Why? Because your children wanted you to read it over. So I'm going to talk about reading books. Some of them you'll read over and over and over. You'll choose a core book every month and read it over and over. Other books you'll read one time or maybe just a few times as children choose them. So you're reading many books for many different purposes. A third finding is that reading aloud to children, whether they're in daycare or preschool or school, can impact their reading ability. The research is in, and it's very clear that reading aloud is helpful for children at many, many different stages on their literacy journey. So I'm going to talk about students who are beginning their literacy journey. They're emergent readers. They're not reading independently at this point. And so for them, Patty King-Devon and I have talked about books for literacy learning. Some of the special features of those books include that there's a simple vocabulary and it's familiar to children, that the topics are familiar. So I'm going to read two books to you and we'll look at the features of these two books. So the first one is called On My Walk. This is by a friend of mine named Louise Susie Framst. And so it starts out, On My Walk by Louise Susie Framst, and it starts out with a very fun, repetitive line. Slap, 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 which instantly engages children and makes them listen. They kind of perk up and, what? And I'll often put that slap, slap, slap on a communication device so they can be successful. So I'll do like this. I have this picture already on here. I'm going to turn it on and I'll just quickly record it. Slap, slap, slap. And now, so one of the features I've listed on here on this screen